Hello you awesome guys and girls, I'm Anthony aka MadWizard, and no, this is not the workshop. So why am I doing this little video? Well, as the title entails, I've got some great news. We just passed 5,000 subscribers. Oh my god, thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed. This means a hell of a lot to me. As I say, to a lot of people 5,000 subscribers doesn't actually sound like a lot, but to me it does. It's several years ago, like, you know, MadWizard Weapons, or like this channel, or like was just an idea. It was just a dream of mine. I just came up with the idea one day, and I just said to myself, I just really wanted to have a YouTube channel, and I didn't know really what I wanted to do. All I knew is that I just wanted to get up every day and I wanted to potter around in my garage, and I wanted to build things like weapons and other bits and bobs, and I just wanted to bring people along for the journey, and to know that now that there's 5,000 people that want to tune in and watch the things that I do. It just fills me with so much joy to know that there are that many people out there just enjoying what I'm doing and what I'm building, you know. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to everybody that has subscribed, and you know, to my fans and people that have liked my Facebook page and lots of other bits and bobs. As I say, I just cannot thank you enough. So what I decided to do, instead of actually being in the garage today, also as the title includes up there, I thought it would be a nice opportunity, seeing as we've just reached 5,000 subscribers, just to literally sit down, have a nice cup of tea. I have got a nice cup of tea on the go here, and do an FAQ. Yes, as I say, I get so many comments on all of my videos, and I don't often get the opportunity to actually sit down and comment on everybody, so I do apologise for that. I am trying to fix that if I possibly can. So I thought to myself, the best thing to do is, on this milestone, to just sit down in front of the camera instead of being in the garage, and literally just answer all the questions that people keep asking me. So yeah, no time like the present. Let's do this thing! How did you get into sword building? It was pretty much just a natural progression, really. I'd always, when I was a kid, enjoyed history and stuff like that. Also, as you can clearly see, I'm a bit of a geek as well. I was always into sort of like geek culture, sort of like watching sort of like cartoons on TV. I mean, I grew up in an era where it was sort of like Thundercats, He-Man, Transformers, that sort of thing, and then you've got comic books, you've got anime, you've got video games and stuff like that. So I was always interested in those things, and I've always enjoyed building things with my hands. When I was back in school, I was always part of like carpentry classes and engineering classes, so I was always building stuff with my hands, and when I left school I was able, luckily enough, to actually have a job working for a company that was in partnership for like Pinewood Studios and Shepperton Studios, so I got to actually build some props and things like that on movies and television programs. I mean, I worked on things like Guardians of the Galaxy and Game of Thrones and Vikings, Exodus, Dracula Untold, stuff like that, and they were only like little bits, but it's a case of sort of like, it was just being immersed in that atmosphere. But whilst I was there, I loved working with metal. I always enjoyed working with metal and welding, and just doing tons of stuff with metal, so that's kind of where the passion came from. And I loved history as well, like, you know, so when I was you know, looking into sort of like history of swords and weapons and stuff like that, I just wanted to know more and more, and I just learned from there really. I just really loved the process of it, and yeah, that's literally how I got into it. It was literally going from building little bits and pieces here and now, and then going into woodwork, and then going into metalwork, and then going into prop building, and then it was just going into weapon building pretty much. And yeah, that was literally how I got into it. It was just purely necessity. Where did you learn how to do what you do? I just learned, literally. I read books on the subject, and I pretty much just got on with it really. And the best form of information, I mean, if you want to learn anything, literally, is literally right here on YouTube. I mean, if you want to learn anything, it's pretty much here on YouTube. I used to do a lot of cosplaying back in the day, and it's sort of back then, I say there wasn't really many videos showing you how to do certain things like there is now. I mean, there's tons of videos on how to use EVA foam, how to use Warbler, how to build swords, how to build shields, and all this sort of stuff. But also, even just generally on the internet, if you go on Google and you just type in sort of blacksmithing, metalworking, welding basics, there is just tons and tons of information out there, and literally that's just how I learned. I just got on with it. I didn't know how to do any of these things, and I just had to see how people were doing it, or I just read the instructions, obeyed all of the health and safety regulations, and I literally just got on with it. And then just over time, over a lot of trial and error, I just got better and better at it. As I say, the old saying goes, I mean, practice makes perfect, and literally when you're a craftsman of doing these bits and bobs, that's literally what you have to do. What would you say to anyone who wants to start building swords? Just do it. That's the best thing I can do, is like literally just do it. As I say, like if you don't know where to go, literally, as I say, just here on YouTube, here on the internet, there is just a vast encyclopedia of information at your fingertips. Like if you want to learn anything about anything, it's here waiting for you. You just got to know where to look. But just simple things like how to weld, how to build a forge, basic power tool instructions, or one-on-one, like, you know, how to use a belt sander, how to use a welder, how to use a grinder, how to, you know, just all of these basic things. But as I say, there's tons of forums, there's tons of books on the subjects, and it's literally just sit there, read them, watch them, and just do it. Like, you know, there's nothing stopping you from doing it. If you want to go and do it, just do it. I mean, as I say, this is what I'm doing. I get up every single morning and I'm excited to go out there in the garage and just see what the day brings and what I can achieve. And it's just a fantastic feeling to actually have that. Where are you from? I am from the UK, London to be exact, if you really want to know. What accent do you have? Well, I don't know what the accent actually is. It's just what I was born with and what I was given. A lot of people think I'm Australian when they meet me for the first time, and I say no. I had a few people think that I was a Cockney. They said, "Oh, you're like a proper real life Cockney," and I was like, "No, I'm just an average guy, you know, with a deep voice. That's pretty much it." So whatever the accent is, that's what it is. How long does it take to build one of your swords? It really depends on a lot of different things, like size and scale, and detail, and also what the like the different materials that need to be used actually on the sword and stuff like that. But it's, as I say, there's lots and lots of different criterias involved, but it can take anywhere from several weeks to several months to complete a single sword. Like, take my the golden sword fins from Adventure Time. That took me somewhere in the region of about, say, 3 weeks to do, and but then my Dante's Rebellion sword, that took working on and off of it, took somewhere in the region of about 2 to 3 months to complete. So as I say, it all really depends on what it is and how it needs to be built, and just a lot of other criteria. But yeah, anywhere between several weeks to several months, like for any given project. How much is one of your swords? Yeah, it's yeah, again, it just really all depends on size, scale, and all those other things. Just how long it takes. I mean, materials, as you can probably imagine, aren't cheap, and as I say, to spend all of that length of time building those swords as well, like, you know, that costs money as well. So it very quickly, certain projects that I do are very expensive now and again, you know, so they're not cheap. All I can say is that they're not cheap. They can range anywhere between the very top 3-figure digits, anywhere up to several of the 4-figure digits, depending on the size and scale of what it is that I'm doing. Do you take commissions? Yes, I do take commissions. A lot of my business evolves around taking commissions. As I say, I've always got probably, say, 1 or 2 projects going on at any one time. I am in the process of putting together a website, so if this is a old video, I say links to my website will be down in the description box below. I say if anybody wants to get into contact with me for any business inquiries and stuff like that. But I will say that I don't take on every commission and stuff like that, because just depending on sort of like price and scale and stuff like that, not everybody has got the money to afford one of those things. Do you really have a weapon dungeon? Yes, I do have a weapon dungeon. There is a place where I store all of my creations that I build, but I am also a collector as well. I collect swords as well as build them as well. So I mean, I've got a collection of the stuff that I built versus the stuff that I've bought, stuff like that. The stuff I bought is normally like historical stuff, whilst the stuff I build is more, as you can probably imagine, on a sort of nerdy, geeky sort of culture sort of thing. And maybe one day, if I get enough subscribers, I will show it to you. So something for a later Q&A or a later video. Have you ever had an accident in the garage? Well, yeah, I mean, sort of like when you're working with metal, it's it has its own strengths and its weaknesses, and it comes with its own hazards. I say I've got a sign on the front of my garage door that says that everything within this garage is either hot, sharp, poisonous or dangerous, you know, sort of thing. So you have been warned. So it's yes, I mean, they all come with their own dangers, like any sort of craft, you know, sort of thing. And yes, I mean, depending on what sort of an accident you clarify it, sort of like you're always either cutting yourself or burning yourself accidentally. But I mean, you take all of the health and safety procedures that you can. I mean, you wear all of the right protective clothing, you regularly maintain your tools, and you just pay attention to what it is that you're doing. A lot of accidents, most of the time, is either due to basic human error or just improper usage of tools, equipment, and not maintaining them. So yeah, we try to maintain our tools as much as we possibly can, but yes, we do, on the odd occasion we do cut ourselves and we do burn ourselves, but literally we just pick ourselves up and get on with it. Literally, it's just a fact of life. And the number one question that I get asked all the time, the number one question I get asked all the time, are you the real life Bismuth? Am I the real life Bismuth? I don't know. I guess you'll have to decide. So there you go, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed the Q&A. I hope that I've been able to answer a few of the questions that have been answered to me. If I haven't answered a question that wasn't in the video, put a question down in the comment box below, and as I say, if I see it, then I will comment back on it. So yeah, or if I get enough of these questions again, I might do another Q&A. As I say, look out for future videos coming soon. There is a video that I am currently working on at the moment, so there is a new build video that should be up within the next, hopefully, few days or few weeks. I'm not too sure just yet. There is still quite a lot to do, but I can see light at the end of the tunnel. So as I say, there should be a new video coming up soon. As I say, if you did like the video, give us a big thumbs up down at the bottom of the screen, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. I make tons and tons of different videos on sort of like building weapons and forges and other blacksmithing sort of stuff, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. So until next time, see ya, bye.